I really liked them, but I wasn't willing to spend 2 or 3 times as much money on them. I didn't feel like they were really better. They were just nicer. Hey folks, welcome back to Bullets and Brass. Hopefully you are a subscriber. Hopefully you have hit like on a prior video. I know you didn't put a comment unless you're Fud Mutton. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. So just in general, if you are not a subscriber, if you are not routinely hitting like and making a comment, please do. Really helps the channel grow. So today's video is my favorite purchases for tactical gear. And this isn't necessarily like super uber tactical. This is just, it's not a firearm and it's not ammunition. And it's not, just a general FUD accessory kind of thing. First one's my plate carrier. I have tried a number of plate carriers and I currently own 2 different ones. And without a doubt, my favorite plate carrier for my purposes, because keep in mind it's me, is my Ferroconcepts Slickster. Not even a comparison. I think that there is very little on that I don't like. And even the things I don't like, it's very clear they were done properly for a particular purpose. It just isn't necessarily what I needed. But I've had my Slickster for a while now, and I have not changed it. I have not, added any crazy accessories to it. I've not started cutting on it and adding things or taking things away. Like, it freaking works. If you're looking for a heavy duty, load it down kind of plate carrier, no. But yeah, for civilian use, for putting some plates on and maybe a couple mags across the front, wonderful. A sling. Now, I've tried, I don't know, a dozen slings, from super uber high-end tactical to I made it myself with 5 feet of webbing and a couple buckles. I pretty much have settled on the Magpul MS4 for anything AR related. If I'm putting on a different rifle, this changes. But if it's on an AR, 90% chance I'm using an MS4. I may have to adapt it, but even on my What Would Stoner Do build that doesn't have a QD in the back, I pretty much like to use my MS4 on that. I just think it's a really good balance of production quality, feature set, easy to use, and price has to come in here. Some of the other ones I've tried, I really liked them, but I wasn't willing to spend 2 or 3 times as much money on them. I didn't feel like they were really better. They were just nicer. Next things on the list, it's actually 2 items, and they're from the same manufacturer, and I've tried several manufacturers for each of them combined in different ways, and that is the HSGI Riggers belt, the Cobra belt with the Velcro inner liner, and then their matching inner belt, Velcro inner belt. Not the padded one, not the slim padded, none of that. Just the Velcro inner belt that you slide it through all your belt loops, close off the Velcro, and then put your belt, your battle belt, war belt, whatever you want to call it, training belt, over that, and it Velcros itself in place. HSGI knows their shit. They got this right, and they paired it up with their other belt perfectly. Honestly, I think that if you're using a different belt, you owe it to yourself to try one. If you're using another high-end similar belt, I mean, it is what it is. Next item, and you're gonna laugh at me, the basic Pmag. I like the windowed one, but we're just saying your basic 5.56 223 Pmag. It just works. I don't care which one you grab. from first gen to the latest and greatest. It's a magazine that does the job you want it to do reliably for a long time. And to me, I think the Pmag really has set the bar. I've got two more items that you may not consider to fit the category, but I think they do, and it's my video, so I'm throwing them in. This one, it is an actual on-firearm accessory, so it does push the limit on this, a suppressor. I think that if you are doing this kind of shooting, where you're talking about tack gear, you're talking about using, MS4 and Pmags and all that jazz, tactical belts, use a suppressor. Whether it's a shorty, 4-inch suppressor just to take some of the concussion away, or it's a 10-inch long monstrosity trying to suppress your, 308 with a 12-inch barrel. Use a suppressor. Until you use the suppressor back to back with a non-suppressed version of your rifle, you don't realize what a difference it makes. The ability to maintain your awareness of what's going on around you, the reduced fatigue from that concussive force. People don't realize how much of a beating your body takes shooting a firearm, even a low recoil firearm. If you're not bothered by the recoil, you have an explosion in front of you. And the suppressor takes a lot of that concussive blast out of the equation. The only thing I would suggest is make sure you get something where you can easily put it on different rifles. You want something that is a QD system where you can put a muzzle device on each of your rifles and then swap the suppressor between them. You want the cone, the part where the mating surfaces make contact and lock in place in front of your threading. It's that simple. Last item, well, next to last, a pen and paper. A little notepad, leader's notebook, whatever you want to call it, right? Have one. Whether it's, stuffed in your gear, whether it's in your back pocket. If you are using this kind of gear, have it. And the last item is the Surefire earplugs. And I've talked about these before. I like the EP3s and EP3s and EP6s, I believe. They just work well for me. They fit under other ear protection. They don't get in the way when I'm shooting a rifle or a shotgun that's right up against my ear. Their design lets you hear quieter sounds without a whole lot of issue. Anyway, that is it. Take care, have fun, stay safe, y'all. Keep shooting.